विक्की और विद्या का वो
वाला वीडियो
कैसा वाला वीडियो ये बताइए।
बट ये वो वाला है
But you've taken your basically faced everything, you know, taking it on the chin as they literally say.
एवरीथिंग
Suddenly I was like, इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं मिला तो यही डाल दो।
मेरी आंखें खुल गई थी खुलती रहती हैं। आई थिंक हर 6 महीने में कुछ हो जाता है कि अरे ऑल आई थिंक अबाउट इज जल्दी काम खत्म हो ताकि मैं घर जाऊँ। अ गुड फिल्म इज अ गुड फिल्म नो मैटर इफ इट्स मेड इन 10 lakhs or if it's made in 200 crores. Word of mouth. I think that's the best PR that anybody can have now.
For all film-related interviews, reviews, and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
They say Rajkummar नाम ही काफ़ी है. It's the summer of Rajkummar Rao, I would say, na? We have Srikanth, we have Mr. and Mrs. Mahi, we have that long viral video, इतना convoluted है, and then we have Stree too.
Yeah. Why only summer? Let's make it the year of Rajkummar Rao.
The year of Rajkummar Rao.
Yeah.
But you know, it's amazing. How does it feel now? I mean, 14 years when you started off with LSD, where you were trying to break in and get those, but now you have back-to-back releases happening. Has something changed?
Yeah, I feel more tired of promoting films because promotion is a different ball game altogether. But I'm very happy, of course. You know, I would rather choose this than to sit at home and do nothing. So I'm very happy because all these films are very different from one another. They're different genres, films that I'm equally proud of, all of them. Srikanth being the first one to come out, and we're already getting so much of love for the film. A lot of people have seen it already. The reviews, great reviews have started pouring in. I think that's why we do what we do, because we want our films so that it can reach out to the audience and they give us that love in return. That's the reason we make films.
Absolutely. I'll ask Nidhi, it's a very interesting premise and it's also a real life story. What was it about Srikanth Bhola that you said that this had to be a story and choosing a man here?
You know, when actually for the next film that we're going to do, I was doing a research and I came across an article on Srikanth, and I just sent it to Tushar because I thought it was really interesting, but I was focused on the other subject, so I wasn't seeing this as a movie. But Tushar was consumed by it and he kept talking about it, and he started researching about it, and he told me, I really feel like there's a story here, why don't you do some research? And I remember we chanced upon one article where he's spoken about that he was not accepted in IIT, and then he said, I'll go to MIT. And I don't know, that interview just did something. I was like, we must tell this story. And once it was decided, I don't think from the word go, there was nobody better than Raj to play it. I think he's the best actor in his generation. I genuinely feel that he's a supreme talent, and to pull this role off with gumption, you needed someone with his acting chops, nothing lesser.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. And I've also said that a lot of times to you because I've known you from your first film. I also remember the time when you came for Kai Poche, which was like one of the lead roles you had got, until here. Now, when your name carries weight, how does that, are you okay with it and fine that it comes with the thing
Yeah, because I don't think about it, to be honest. Yeah, all I think about is jaldi kaam khatam ho taki main ghar jaun. That's the only thing I think about. I love my work, I love being on set, I love playing characters, I love preparing for them. But apart from that, nothing else I think. I don't really, these thoughts never cross my mind. I don't calculate too much. I've done 2 comedies, maybe I should do 1 action and 1 biopic for, I don't do all that. I read a script, I like it, I want to do it. I want to work with good people, great people, and enjoy the process. And that's about it. For me, it's about being in the moment and really enjoying what you're doing in that moment.
I mean, that's how you choose your scripts. There's never a strategy. It's just
No, there's no
instinctive
strategy.
and
It's very
intuitive.
instinctive. Yeah. Sometimes a maker can inspire you. Sometimes a story or a character can inspire you. So it depends, what that script is about.
So coming to Srikanth, what is the first thing that resonated with you? And also when you're playing a real life character, to understand him, what was the entire process like?
So the story, his journey really inspired me. I was absolutely moved when when Tushar told me about his journey and the achievements that he has now, and from where he started actually. He was born in a really poor family, and from there to run this $1 million company is not easy for anybody to do. And also he's visually impaired, so it makes it even tougher for him. So I thought it would be very exciting because I was so inspired listening about his story. So I thought even the world would get very inspired knowing about this guy and who's an underdog. Not many people know him. and to play a visually impaired character. I thought that would be very exciting for me as an actor. It would be definitely challenging. I was really nervous that how I would do it, but that's where the fun is, where you push yourself and you want to do something where you surprise yourself and you surprise everyone around you.
But it's they always say when the universe doesn't give you something, it actually highlights another aspect of your personality. So while playing him, what was that other aspect? Because he's unable to see, but he's able to do a lot more and perceive things. What was that one thing that you
I think his grit, his perseverance, the way he's so full of life and confidence, because he doesn't want ever anybody to feel sympathize towards him. He wants to do everything on his own. He doesn't want this to be his disability. He thinks that God has not given him eyesight and gave him everything else around to play with, to conquer, and that's his philosophy, which I thought was a great, very noble idea.
And I'm going to ask you both now. I know the fact that how you choose your scripts, and also you like not being part of these larger than life, mega budget ones, because then footfalls bhi dekhne hote hain.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this current shift that is happening? Because now there are stories like 12th Fail, Lapata Ladies, that are aspirational, inspirational, that are working rather than the larger than life testosterone.
No, I think if it's a good film, it will find its audience. I don't think it has anything to do with the scale of the film. A good film is a good film, no matter if it's made in 10 lakhs or if it's made in 200 crores. And word of mouth. I think that's the best PR that anybody can have now. Like about 12th Fail also, I know so many people around me were talking about it that I missed it when it was in theaters, unfortunately. But then I wanted to watch it so badly because everybody was talking about it. Even Lapata Ladies, everybody was talking so highly about it that I watched it that same night. A lot of Malayalam films like Manjumal Boys. I'm dying to watch that film because everybody is just talking about Manjumal Boys, and Premalu I saw, of course. So I think a good film will find its audience eventually. It doesn't matter what your budget is.
No, earlier they would say like whether it was a 12th Fail, whether it was a Shrikant, theatrical they can. Now everyone wants to lap up these stories. Do you think this shift is inspiring for actors?
It's great. I think it's a good shift for all of us.
Absolutely needed.
Because we are people who love telling these stories, and I'm very happy that audience is very much out there to lap these stories up and come to the theaters to watch it, because nothing is more exciting than watching a film in a theater.
Absolutely.
I don't think that Raj, Tushar and I are the kind of people who will think of the scale first and then mount a project like that. I think all three of us are the kind of people who gravitate towards stories, content. That has to excite us first. The scale can be large or small, but it has to be we have to connect to the story, and I think that's why we also have this synergy of working together.
I heard from somebody that when there's a Rajkummar film, the streaming automatically says, हाँ दे दो. तो वो
really?
वो price भी थोड़ा producer के लिए अच्छा हो जाता है. So वो है, so touch wood on that. But is it a conscious decision not to like demand that all that fanfare?
Yeah, in a way, conscious as in yes, I want the film to go into the making of the film. I don't like my entourage. I'm sure you've heard or worked with other actors. My entourage, everybody around me, the people that work with me, we're all very economically right people.
Raj is one of the few actors who is very conscientious about the film, not loading the film unnecessarily. His staff, everybody, and even his demands on set, like he has no needs. And I used to feel like all the time, like, Raj, what can I do for you? What can I get you? And he's just so self-sufficient. He's in a little extra. कुछ लेते ही नहीं है production से, मतलब हर एक चीज़ इनको लगता है कि
गुड़गांव वालों की vibe है.
But he's just very, very cognizant of the fact that the film has to be made at a budget, and I think that's commendable. To have that talent and to have this understanding, it's a
so no demand for kale smoothies and my quinoa salad.
No, I'm sufficient enough. I get my own food.
He gets his own food. He doesn't need the set food.
But Raj, 14 years in the industry, right?
Yeah.
14 years to ho gaye.
2010.
And like 10 years is like short like male lead. 12 ho gaye.
2013 onwards, so yeah.
13 onwards. Has the process or something changed? If you had known your journey would be this, and if you were to go back in time, would there be something different you would do?
No, not really. I think no regrets. I'm very happy the way it has turned out, and from here I know there's only growth when it comes to my work also, because I'm not somebody who just sit at home thinking कि हाँ ये तो मैं कर ही लूँगा ना. I know this now. I get scared before every film. I get very nervous, very jittery, and that's what makes me work harder. And I'm excited. I get excited like a kid about cinema. I'm equally passionate like how I was when I was growing up just about cinema per se. Even I'm crossing a road going somewhere. If I see lights, I still get excited. Oh, shooting चल रही है. कौन है? Like a kid. I do this for living. I do this every day, but I still get excited. कि अरे कोई फिल्म बना रहा है, कुछ हो rहा है यहाँ पर. So I think that kid in me will always be there, who's in love with cinema, who's in love with these stories, these actors. So I think that is something which will never change, and it has never changed in 11 years.
But process अगर बदला है in terms of approaching your craft now, which
Yeah, of course. That has, I think, I've grown as an actor. You get a better understanding of life also because I have that kind of life experience also now, those 11, 12 years. And you work with, I think the better the filmmaker, better you are as an actor. So when I work with good makers like Tushar or Hansal sir or Sharan, Harsh, all these, or amazing Amar, amazing people, you grow as an actor. So the conscious choice would be to work with good makers who can, push you out of your comfort zone, who can give you something after the film that you feel that, oh, this is something new that I've tasted in this film.
wow. तो आ रहा है सबकी आंखें खोलने
ये
आपकी
इनकी लाइन है.
ये ओ वाओ गुड वन. आपकी आंखें कब खुली थी वैसे इंडस्ट्री में? ऐसा कुछ था जब आपकी आंखें सच में खुल गई थी?
मेरी आंखें खुल गई थी. खुलती रहती हैं. आई थिंक हर 6 महीने में कुछ हो जाता है कि अरे ये भी होता है, खुल जाती है. पर हाँ, आई थिंक the day I got the national award for Shahid, I think that was in a way an eye opener because I thought कि it was a really small film. It was made in 65 lakhs ka budget, the whole film, and I thought yeah, we made it and we loved it. Of course, we are so proud of it. But then I don't know, लोग देखेंगे कि नहीं देखेंगे, क्या होगा? But then to get so much of recognition for that film, for both me and Hansal sir, and to start this association with him after that film was an eye opener. That if you make a good film, it will reach where it has to reach.
And imagine it became a cult classic, like after that. But you've taken basically faced everything, taking it on the chin as they literally say.
Everything.
What did you have to say? But suddenly I was like, इसके बारे में कुछ नहीं मिला तो यही डाल दो.
सबकी अपनी मर्जी.
I like that fact. Anyways, if you can tell us, now we have Mr. and Mrs. Mahi, what can we expect from your other 2 films that are coming? Comedy finally happening in Vicky और विद्या का वो वाला
वीडियो.
कैसा वाला वीडियो ये बताइए.
ये तो वो वाला है तो आपको देखना पड़ेगा कौन से वाला है. But ये वो वाला है. But it's very funny, yaar. It's one of the funniest scripts that I've read and come across. And Raj is a big talent. Had a great time, he and Triptii both making this film, and some bunch of talented actors: Vijay Raj, Archana Puran Singh, Rakesh Bedi, Tiku Talsania, Malika. So many amazing actors in the film. So can't wait for that to come out. Before that's 3-2, which of course Naami Kafi hai. And then Mr. and Mrs. Mahi, which will be my next release post Shrikant in 3 weeks. I didn't want it that way, but
Cricket enjoy की?
Cricket enjoy किया मैंने, of course. But it's a film not only about cricket. Cricket is a part of it, small part of it. But it's mostly a film about a couple, a husband and wife. It's a relationship drama, a beautiful story with a big heart. It talks about aspiration, dreams, egos. So I think it has something to offer to everyone, especially couples and husband and wife and girlfriend, boyfriends, friends, father and son. So I think there's a lot in it.
अब ऐसा कौन सा जॉनर बचा है जो आपने नहीं किया?
कौन सा बचा है नहीं?
सब कुछ किया है.
सब कुछ कर लिया. हॉरर कर लिया,
एक्शन बचा है.
एक्शन भी गुलाब वो गन्स एंड गुलाब में कर रहे थे.
ऐसा प्रॉपर ऐसा मारधाड़ वाला एक्शन नहीं किया.
मारधाड़ वाला एक्शन
नहीं किया.
We'll see you next doing that. Blazing guns and everything.
हाँ, like
साइको किया है. साइको भी नहीं किया ना.
थोड़ा सा टच किया जजमेंटल लेके में.
Oh yes.
He did touch that psycho aspect.
Yeah.
So now next we'll see you in an action. But anyways, all the very best. Looking forward to Shrikant.
Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to speak to you.
Thank
And nice meeting you as well.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.